What's up, everybody? It's that time. Friday night freak fest. These people, something's wrong with these people. I tell you, every week, I think I've seen, the worst that it can be, and then the next week there comes in something else. It's just like never ending drama with these people. Thanks everybody for sending in your wild and crazy memes and screenshots of comments and posts that people have made all over social media. That's what we do on this show. It's called the Dusty News Network. All the dust that's fit to report on and laugh about. That's what we do on Friday nights. So people that, watch the show send in stuff that they see online because it's way more of you all than it is of me. So people send in stuff, and we pick what we think is the most representative of the most dust that's come in that week, and then we put it on a slideshow and we just drag these people. So that's what we do here. There's nothing educational about it. It's nothing sane or sensible. But it is a good time. So everybody who's here, thanks for showing up. And let me get my slideshow loaded up, and let's get started because we got a lot to cover today. Yeah, I'm sure they did, Michelle, because it's like I'm sure somewhere in there, but you guys have to remember too that there's one that you're gonna see here that I probably about 20 people sent this one in, so I don't know where it appeared online, but evidently it was in a group that's pretty popular, or on some pages pretty popular, because so many people sent in the same one, and I was just amazed. I just could not be married to this dust, but somebody sent in a different version, so I kind of put them. Anyway, you'll see. I'll explain when I get there. So let's go. This is it right here. See, somebody sent a before and after. That's the woman's picture before. She got like two filled with dust from this man. Look at her, looking all skin all smooth. She don't look, no bags under her eyes, no dark circles and stuff. There's some shadow from the her hair in the sun, but you know what I mean. It's a little different. So this dust bucket right here, with all that hair on his face, looking like a bird nest, says he wants to thank her and honor her for allowing him the time to change into the man that he is today. She stayed with him through the cheating, the lying, and the plain out disrespect. I can't give you back the years, but I can make up for it the rest of our years. I love you, he says. Okay. And he has the nerve to put, they names and faces and up there talking about let's grow, relationship goals, and happy spouse, happy house. Okay, why wasn't you thinking about none of that when you was tipping out and breaking that woman's heart and just disrespecting her and everything? That kind of stuff damages a woman's soul. I don't understand how somebody can, you know, just stay in a situation like that. I'm gone. I can't. I mean, this is what we did. I mean, it's one thing if you're just living with them and you haven't taken no vows. You know what I mean? But once you sit up there and you supposed to be taking like this ultimate step in togetherness under whatever your religious belief is, if you have one, plus the law, and your families are there, your kids, you have kids and stuff, and then they see you as their father, as supposed to be telling them I'm the man of the house and all that stuff, acting a fool like that and disrespecting their mother and hurting her over and over and over. What kind of message are you sending to your kids and to your family, to your friends, even to yourself? I mean, there has to be a point at which, this kind of behavior becomes redundant. I mean, how many times do you need to cheat before you realize it is stupid? How many times do you need to be like hitting on your woman and lying to her face and stuff like that before you kind of get a clue that maybe this is something that I shouldn't be doing if I want to be married and have what he calls here the happy spouse, happy house? I mean, that's why I couldn't do it. I mean, and, so a lot of people are like, well, if he cheats, I'm just, it's not about that. It's about the underlying message that he would be sending me and to everyone who loves him and cares about us and our relationship and our marriage and our family. He's telling everybody this. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and that I can't deal with somebody like that. So it's not about necessarily, this is some B and this and that. That's not it with me, because I don't know, I don't really trip out about stuff like that. My thing is the utter and complete disrespect and just ignoring all of the things that I mentioned above. It means that we were not on the same page. We were never on the same page if this is how you think that you should behave. And then to publicly to put it in the street like that, put it on social media with her picture and just like telling all the business that maybe it hurts her too much to even talk about, but now everybody in the world knows. Dude, so she thinks that he's, blessing her and honoring her and all of that. But what he's really doing is disrespecting her yet another time by doing this. So for Dusty News, I need to come up with a new award like King Dusty or something and put the little crown on these clowns' heads, because that this he would get the award here, right here. I don't know why she hasn't left him. But then if you look at her eyes, you see there's some real hurt there, some long standing pain, and something that's probably happened to her in childhood. She has very low self esteem. You can see it in her eyes, the lack of confidence. So yeah, I looked at this differently. A lot of people were like, "Well, he's saying this and that, and it's good." I'm like, "No, he done put her business in the straight streets. And what you put on the internet, it stays on there forever." Like I told you guys, there's this thing called the Wayback Machine. It's a website. They have screenshots there of my first website from 1997. I can still go there and look at it to look at my really bad web design skills. But that's what I'm saying, and this stuff is even worse now. Everything stays on Google. So I don't know. This wouldn't work for me. But let's move on to another dust bucket. And this one they're pointing out, the dudes and they unrealistic expectations when they be looking like Jabba the Hutt and want you to be, big ass, thin waist, cook, loyal, send good morning texts, gawk gawk skills, you know what that is. Arch her back, no girls, nice out, let me do what I want and cater to me. And that's what he looks like. Sigh. And we all know dudes like that, you be looking at them like, are you looking in any mirror, any kind of reflective pool, a window glass, something to see what you offering and to make sure that you are not out of bounds of reach of reality. Cause you then know. No, no. No, yeah, no girls night out. They want all this whole list of stuff. And not only that do they look like that, they usually be broken stink too and have a little dick on top of it. And they want you to be having them marching out all them skills. I wish I would. Now look at this shit right here. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I just and this lady, her determination is that they just want to have a menstrual cycle so bad that they gonna paint it on some pants. Now I don't know nobody who had something looking like that, but um, this is so very bizarre. What's wrong with black men? And all them shells and shit in their hair. What is that? That's what they try to make it look like, Rositas. I mean, that's what we assume. I can't think of it being nothing else. Well, unless that they got castrated or something. I mean, what is this? I don't understand. But all I can say is that between their hairstyles and these clothes, they look a hot fool mess. And out there in front of the house with supposed to be all this money and whatnot, looking like an idiot, like well, two idiots. I don't know. This is just I don't even remember who sent this in because I should have made a note because it was just too unbelievable. They got their faces covered. Yeah. One of them does, but you can you can blow that up and look at that on certain software. You can make that out because these kind of things you can remove layers and you can see. Photoshop is good for that. Now I admit I'm not a Photoshop expert, but I know enough to get that. I don't know, Michelle. Michelle, I'm just I analyze the word ones. When there's the image ones, I'm pretty much speechless because I don't know what they trying to do. I just I don't do. I'm clueless here. Yeah, I know it's not, but I'm just saying that's what it's supposed to be, I guess. I don't really know what this is to tell you the truth. I'm just showing it to you. But let's move on. Now here they go. Here they go. Look how they gonna portray the black woman. I'm like, wow, this was a dude that they just put it's like Uncle Ruckus, and they put a ponytail on it. And he says he's not convinced that in 2020, petite ass white hoes are calling these big linebacker looking hoes. Now look at everybody got to be a hoe. Niggas to their face. Now you don't know why you don't believe it when you can see it all over all over YouTube and all over the different news sites and all these sites. They have people recorded them and they was doing it. I saw one where this woman was in the store. She messed with the wrong sister. This was a big linebacker looking white woman. And this sister, she said, so whoever started filming started evidently after the first, exchange had occurred. Because by the time it started, the sister was like, call me in again, call me in again. So the white lady, she's mouthing off this and that. And then she says, in, like, like she's five or something. That sister hauled off and slapped the shit out of her and then was putting in some work. And the woman was like, ah, and just I just was looking at everybody in the store, just looking too, because they was probably thinking the same thing I was thinking. You should have shut up when you had the chance. You did it. So now your face is gonna be all kinds of fucked up and your mouth is gonna be swole shut. And you won't be able to not only call nobody the N word, but you won't even be able to eat for a few days. But judging by how much she weighed and all them fat rolls, that's probably a good thing. That was probably a good thing. Like one of those things, where they say, well, it started off bad, but there is a little gold chip in there somewhere, and that some of that meat that she was lugging would disappear. So, yeah. And he want to know how all the bullets keep missing, these big burly women, but manage to hit the men and the boys and the little girls. Well, because y'all can't aim. Because, in spite of all the fact that cops, are killing black people, it's sad to say the majority of them in situations like what he's talking about, the boys and girls, is because of stray bullets from y'all. You know, there are some cops that have done it. I'm not saying they're exclusive, but I'm talking about its sheer number in comparison. We're going by statistical analysis. The majority are killed by stray bullets shot by niggers. So, you shouldn't be making this meme, sir. This is stupid. Let us move on. Yeah, she sure did, Rosita. You saw that too. Yeah, she got her face cracked. I was like, ooh wee. I was like sitting back chewing on popcorn and stuff. So this dude says that he's kind of looking at dating here, and this is very interesting. It's very interesting to see his logic. This is called what we call dusty logic. This is dusty logic at work. So in his mind, that you don't take a woman out on a date before you chill first and you give up some ass. So then he decides if the chill out was fun and the ass you gave was fun, then he'll take you on a date. And he's going to say, if I can't see myself doing that, the bedroom action with you on a regular basis, then I'm not going out. And that if if he it's in his mind, if he takes you out first and then you all go to bed and it's trashed, then he gonna want his money back. Nigga, let me explain to you. When you go on a date, you're not buying pussy. Okay, that's called a hoe. You want that, you go on the street corner just like everybody else and make that magic happen. If woman's looking for a relationship, she's not looking for you. She's not looking for that situation, you stupid fool. And I these dudes, I mean, it's just got me just so amazed how they put their name and faces and stuff up here. Who in the world? I mean, they don't even have the sense to be embarrassed about their lack of IQ. You just gonna put it out on the internet and let everybody know how stupid you are. All your relatives, your mama, your grandmama, everybody, your little sister, your baby brothers, they all know that you're a fool. And you just like all proud of it. Man, it's just unbelievable. I just don't get it. Man, you let my brothers do some shit like that. And they wouldn't have to worry about the internet talking about them because I would be at the front of the pile. Now, they really do have this thing about single mothers. I just, no woman became a single mother by herself. So it's like you a single daddy too, right? So why all the angst about a single mother? I don't, that again is illogical. But in this case, they show a dude with this busted up car. He hit a wall or something. I don't know what he hit. And so the caption they want to use is that it's because this is what he looks like, a man looks like in his life when he's married a single mother after he realized that he had better options. Now, yeah, never fuck for free. Never. It's a commodity. I mean, as sad as it is, it's just the reality of life. Men want it. You have it. Make them pay. And the thing that's so weird about, see, this is why, I tell y'all not to be having kids by these miscellaneous straight motherfuckers that you be calling yourself dating and living with and all this stuff. If you ain't married, don't have shit. Get an abortion. Better yet, use birth control. But don't be having no niggas baby. No white boys baby either. Fuck them. They want to have a baby, let them figure out how to do it themselves, which they've been steady trying to do. But this whole thing here, um, this whole single mother thing and making men pay. Let me just take a moment to interject something here. Because a lot of people hear me say that and they think these men, are stupid. They say, oh my God, you're advocating that women be prostitutes. Nope, I'm not advocating that at all. I'm advocating that this is what is called a commercial product. Okay, now this is how men pay. They want your time, they pay for a date. They want you to be exclusively with them, they have to pay with their freedom as well. They want to call you their wife, tie up your life, tie up your time, get all your cooking skills, your bedroom skills, your cleaning skills, your family values, raising they nappy headed, fucked up little brats, dealing with their mama, all that kind of shit, all of that emotional labor. Okay, they pay for that too. It's called getting married. Okay. Now, those of you who don't understand the commercial value of your time, your energy, your cooking skills, your bedroom skills, your child raising skills and stuff, you give the shit away for free in a baby mama situation, living with some motherfucker situation. You never, ever do that. You never do that. You got to put more of a value on yourself than that. Your womb has value. So does your time and your energy. You don't give it away to no motherfucker for free. Okay, now, what do you want? This is where it becomes interesting. Some of you trade it for stupid shit like handbags and shoes. Okay, that's a bunny move. If you ain't getting a certificate of deposit or a deed to a property or some kind of bling that you can sell, you're stupid. Okay, especially you really young, cute ones. You just gonna be. I want a Dooney and Birkin. I want this, not that. It's the material bullshit that can be stolen or burned up in a fire. That's not what you do. That's not how you make yourself wealthy in the future. You have to plan and be strategic with your shit. Okay, like I said, especially if you're young and cute. Men are gonna be chasing after you. You know what you can do? Pick the one who's got the best offer. Who gonna make the life the best for you? The easiest, give you the most. That's who you go for. Okay, and I'm being real right now. I'm being real. You know who told me this? My own father. And he's like, I hate, he said, because essentially what marriage is long term wholeness. When he told me that, I was like, what? That's terrible. When you really think about it, though, that's right. He's paying to have exclusive use of the pussy. That's what marriage is. Okay, in case you was confused or you thought it was something spectacular and wonderful, all you did was chase a man to be his exclusive pussy for the rest of whenever until y'all decide that you don't want to be together and then you move on to the next one. Okay, that's what he's paying for, exclusivity to the pussy. So when you really think of it in that way, I'm not trying to be crass and crude. I'm trying to be real with y'all. Because we have a lot of really young girls coming here. They're y'all cute. Got your cute little figures. You smart. You in school. You got in your paper. You doing what you supposed to be doing. And the next thing you know, you get yourself aligned with some idiot and turn up pregnant and you had a baby by a Dusty. Some useless piece of shit that he can't do nothing for himself, let alone for you. What the fuck are you doing? Abort that shit. And I don't care about your religion and all this old style and stuff like that. You're fucking up your kid and you fucking up yourself. Okay? And the only person who's going to benefit from this is him. Because he doesn't, he got a baby. He can, well, I got a baby. This, but they don't do nothing with it. In the meantime, you got stretch marks and all this old stuff. Titties start sagging and shit. All of this because you traded it away for free. What is wrong with you? Don't you ever do that. And y'all can take this shit to the bank. Now this is some old, I say old lady shit. They do young girls always talk about. Well, older women talk to me like that. They don't be telling me stuff. You've heard it now, okay? Don't you give shit away to these motherfuckers for free? Nothing. If you ain't benefiting from it, then it don't happen, and that's just the way it is. And they don't like it too fucking bad. They give me a condo, motherfucker. And don't be getting no fucking cars either. Shit see, you don't want shit to get they don't have no long-term appreciating values. Cars depreciate the second you drive them off the lot. That's not how you do. That's not how you build wealth. You get you some property, okay? Some jewelry that you put in a safe deposit box. I'm not talking about some little bullshit stuff. Some real stuff, okay, that you can use later to parlay into it as a down payment on something or something. Start you a business with it. Exactly. They be all up in their feelings, talking about, oh, but I love him though. You better love the motherfucker that's gonna help you come up. That's what you better love. Fuck the rest. I be loving that. My daddy used to say you could rich motherfucker just as easy as you could love a broke one. And I was like, oh, we used to have some really, really strange conversations, me and my father. But it's like he was preparing me for the real world. I was kind of horrified, at the age because at 16 and 17, 50, you have like the fairy tale ideals of, my prince and this and that. My father was like, shit, he took out a machete. He was like, psh, psh, psh. Let me tell you how this really is. And, this the real deal. So I know it's harsh and I know y'all gonna be like, oh my God, I can't believe she said that. But I'm sharing with you what my father shared with me. And as I got older and I saw what a lot of women did to themselves, young women did to themselves, especially when they first start college and be, coming from nice homes and nice families, have all kind of brilliant futures. And they get involved with some criminal and end up in prison, or they end up, pregnant and have to drop out of school because they want to have some dusty ass motherfucker's baby. Oh, I can't get an abortion. I can't kill my baby. Bitch, get an abortion and stop romanticizing some bullshit. You sit there stuck with that nappy-headed, ugly-ass, stupid-ass baby and have to deal with his fucking ass. Because then they try to control you by using a kid. Get rid of it. Better yet, tighten up your birth control game. Get you that little thing they put in your arm or whatever it is. And get on with your life. Do what you need to do for yourself. You can always have a baby later. All right? That's how you avoid this shit here anyway. My long, circuitous route. And here, he knows, he's like, oh, the difference between harassment and flirting is your financial position. No, it's also in how you look, how you talk, how you walk, how you smell, what kind of, way that you present yourself. It's a whole bunch of things other than your money. Okay. And obviously she's on a date with dude. So, that can't possibly be harassment. It's harassment when she don't want you and it don't matter how much money you have. Okay, this is the thing. This is the song of a broke Dusty. The broke one's always crying about, yeah, exactly. Harvey Weinstein, perfect example. Very wealthy and always harassing somebody and just look like a fucking troll. I don't know how. He couldn't have touched me with somebody else's dick. It's like, boy, get the fuck away from me. He was not cute at all. But a lot of women, are attracted to men like that because they have power. They have, like, when they walk in the room, they exude like this confidence and all this stuff. That's great. That's wonderful. But you got to look at the whole package. And that package was fucked up. Yeah, Matt Lauer, too. I mean, he looked like a little weasel. What was that about? I'm like, you start looking at these women. It's like, what were you seeing that I don't see here? Because I'm looking at these fools. It's like, I'm telling you, they couldn't have fucked me, never. Not talk to me, don't take me out. We're not even standing in the same room because you just have cooties or something. I don't know what they was looking at. Yeah. Well, they're but see that's the difference because they're saying, well, it's your financial position, but look at dude, he was harassing too and he was wealthy, like a multi-billionaire, millionaire kind of level. So I don't know what they're talking about. But anyway, like I said, this is the viewpoint of a broke Dusty, probably making minimum wage and sitting up there using his little gimp to make memes. Now, this little dude here, he's very cute. He looks like he's Ethiopian or something, some kind of something. But he has those lips, I'm talking about them lips, ladies. Them lips. Them lips. I don't deal with men that got lips that look like they suck dicks. I just don't. And that's what he has. And so now he's talking about he want a wife. Oh, and look at this list. Nah, them and them, I'm telling you. When men had them kind of lips, they just be too swollen up. Them and the lips that be wrapped around people's dicks. I'm trying to tell you, you better watch out. See some dude coming at you and he got them kind of lips, you better run. That's not normal for men to have swollen lips. That means they've been doing some shit with them that they don't need to be doing. I'm trying to tell you, y'all better listen to me. I'm trying to break you. I'm trying to, I'm getting older. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do this show, but I'm trying to make sure that you have all the knowledge that you need to have before I stop doing this. Okay? So y'all better listen up. And when you go out in public and you see these dudes, you can tell they have like a little extra sweetness about them. Something is just don't be right. And then they have them lips too. Sometimes you catch them striking certain poses, or they limp a little, their wrist be a little bit too limp or something. Anyway, I can see it. I have a radar because I grew up in San Francisco, so I can spot a gay dude or even one that think he might be trying to decide if he's gay. My radar goes, what they call a gaydar, goes off, and it's been like that since I was a little kid. I can tell. So you watch out when you see somebody like that. That's not normal for a man's lips to be swollen like that. I'm trying to tell you. And then now I decided to get married and he wants somebody to have all these different kinds of things going on. Nigga, he need to go and get umfufu and like Eddie Murphy, get umfufu from the jungle. Just like somebody say was riding a zebra last week. And she could probably do all of that stuff for you. Hmm. I don't know what he do been swinging with, but I tell you what, I know this just all of this is vetoed. All of this is vetoed. So y'all better watch out. That's not normal. All of this, when I see dudes and have like this long list of what they want in a woman, and it's just crazy, that's not normal. Most dudes are going to have, like maybe three things. Well, they want her to somebody who's going to be, somebody chill or cool or something. They have like this vague, their list is vague. Like, oh, I just need her to be cool. Okay, well, if you understand how men think, that means somebody who they get along with, who's fun, who they can laugh with, who's understanding and patient with them. They can have good conversations with her. They can go places and have a good time together. Um, there's not gonna be all this fussing and fighting. She not a drama bitch. She don't be bringing all kind of mess and stuff to their home. When that guy says he wants somebody who's cool, that's what he means. Okay. Now he's just gonna say cool. You have to understand what cool means. And then he's gonna say, well, I need her to be, good with the kids. What does that mean? That means he wants to have a family or he already has a kid or something, and he wants to make sure that she's a good home, good homemaker. The kids will be well nourished. They'll be clean. The house will be clean and sanitary. The kids will have discipline. The children will have understanding and love, patience. They'll be talked to and treated well and petted up and, supported and encouraged and all that stuff. That's what he means when he said, yeah, I need some. Okay, that's what so it's like three things. Okay, two, three. Then they want her to look good and, the eggplant to be on hit. Okay, that's most dudes, three things, and they're cool. That's it. It's a wrap. Okay, they get them three things. They're happy. Men are very simple in that respect. When you have somebody who has a long ass list like this is not normal. Okay, this is not normal. This is not a normal dude. That's what I'm telling you. You got to put it all together. A little bit too pretty and got them lips working. Okay, there's a combination here. Watch it. Y'all be getting caught up. And y'all be thinking, oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, finally. hmm So be very careful with that as you out here on them swipey things and going on dates with individuals. Keep your minds open and your eyes open and pay attention to what you see. Okay? Don't let your feelings run you into some bullshit. Now, I thought this was funny. Sometimes the stuff we put in here is just hilarious. It doesn't really have any underlying meaning. It's just stupid. This is one of those things. His wife left him this message. I have a knife like that. That thing is so bomb. And he just he out and about just having himself a good old time. And he says his wife wants him to eat more fruit. Bless her heart. Yeah. Ah, I was dying. Well, Rositas, we don't even know we need to worry about the colorism because that part is just like a way vague. That don't even mean nothing. Okay, all the other stuff is what I'm talking about. Because anyone with any good sense, I don't care if she's polka dot with green stripes, would not pay this no mind. Okay, so the colorism is not even an issue. We don't really talk about that on this channel too. I don't know if you know that. I made a last video about that a couple of years ago, and I said I'm done with that topic. I'm not going to talk about that no more. It's just to me just a waste of time. It's something that can never be resolved until black folks get their minds right. And so there's just no point in keep talking about it. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Now, I guess this is a show that somebody was telling me this is a show, and I guess these girls, this was a question that came to their show. That's the best I can understand it. And, probably try to do something like What the Fuck Tuesday. And, but this question somebody sent me to get my take on it. And, so this guy says they've been together for 4 years, right? That's a long time. And she wants to get married, but I don't want her no more. I would leave, but she keeps pulling tricks out of her bag. A new apartment, better job, etc. That's beneficial to me. I'm not leaving, but there's no future with her. How to explain this to her and stay? Are you guys understanding this? Now, keep in mind what I just told you about not fucking with somebody who's not benefiting you. Okay, so you look at this. Where is she benefiting from this guy? I'm just at a loss. I don't understand it. Okay. Well, he's hypergamous. He's hypergamous. But what she would do, her best bet would be to, let him, he's, to say that, there ain't no future here. I'm never going to marry you, this and that and blah, blah, blah. But, we could be together. Now, this is when it becomes interesting because this is when most women, this is when you fail. This is when you get in your feelings because this is what they write in the letters all the time, right? The number one thing y'all focus on is the length of time that you've been in the relationship. So that's like I was like, well, we've been together for 2 years, we've been together for 8 months, we've been together for 4 years, 10 years, 15 years. That time seems to be that investment of time seems to be very important to most women. But see, my thing is this: if it ain't working, then if it was 4 years yesterday, it ain't gonna be 4 years in another day. It's going to the clock stopping at the 4 years. You're getting the fuck out. That's what's going to happen. And all these wonderful things that I have developed for myself are going to be just for me. Because see, the fact that they're not married, you have to give them shit. That's the good part. That's the good part. So I'm not leaving. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So unfortunately, though, he probably knows his woman and he knows that she's doing all this stuff because she's desperate to keep him. That's why she's doing all this stuff to entice him. I've heard of women even going buying dudes drugs, all kind of stuff, because they want to keep him around. And so this is just another example, or it could be that she's buying, doing this stuff for herself, and the fact that he's with her, he's just benefiting, peripherally. We don't really know, but all I know is for him to say that there's no future there, she wants to get married, but he doesn't. That means that all benefits to him need to stop. She calls herself trying to build something for both of them, I would imagine, for their future. And because if he's living with her, you know what I mean? That she's doing this for us kind of thing. But she doesn't realize there is no us. He's just there for the convenience. This is a relationship of convenience. And for those of you who don't know what that is, I have an article on survivingdating.com. I probably wrote it, I don't know, 12 years, 15 years ago, called Relationships of Convenience. Read it and understand what most relationships are these days. They have a new phrase for it called situationships, but it's the same thing. It's well, very similar. It's a relationship that's very convenient for one of the people involved, and that's the only reason why they're there. Okay, so let's move on from this nonsense, this crazy man. Okay, now this was some dust that was like not even next level. This is like otherworldly otherworldly dust. Look at dude looking like he I don't where did, he got that sweatshirt out the bin for the Salvation Army. It looked like rats been eating on it. And he looks dusty. He looks like he needs a bath. His clothes are shaded gray. His skin is ashy looking. Oh my God. And then he's holding this gun on her. And she's, talking about Mr. and Mrs. Burks. And the person says, sister, I don't know if I should be happy for you or pray for you. Yeah, because, like, what's going on here? Is this like a forced marriage? I don't know. Some people think they be cute. But I'm just looking at the dust level here. Okay, why she was dressed really cute. That's a cute little outfit. Her hair is done nice. Got her little French braids and stuff. She's little makeup on and stuff. Little nails all done. She's cute. Look at him. Just a fucking dusty bum. And holding a gun on her like that shit is cute. Yeah, the holes. I'm telling you, look like a rat's and this been sweatshirt being used as a rat's nest, and they've been nibbling on it. You know how rats like to use the threads and stuff and make little cushions? Child, there you go. That's what that looks like. I didn't even quite know what to do with this, but there you go. Okay, this will be another example where I'll put the dusty crown on. I got to figure out how to do that. I got to make it. Maybe I'll get my daughter to do it. She's better with that stuff. And make a crown that I could put on these people, and they will be the king dust mite. This shit was so cold, but I can't stand his ass, so I had to put this in here. This is just unbelievable. All the women that Steve Harvey's helped with his books, where they at? Why he over there looking like a nomad? What is this about? Yeah, not even his daughter. I don't even understand what this is all about. This is my daughter. She's nice. My daughter got her a little white boy. He's really cute though. He's very nice. He treats her really well. And so I be looking at him like, he's just so sweet. And I'm like, wow, how in the world is he standing her ass? Because my daughter's a piece of work. I tell you, some days I'll be like, ooh, I don't, what happened? But, they've been together a couple of years. He just follows her around. He just adores her. I'm like, wow, I guess there really is somebody for everybody. 'Cause I could do it. If I was a dude, I'd be like, I got to go. Yep. He got them lips. I'm trying to tell you, I don't trust men with lips like that. That don't look right. Let's move on. Nothing to see there but sand. Now look at this. This is a dusty woman. She dusty too. The only way I would leave my husband is if he cheats, is if he blatantly disrespectful and really just don't give a fuck. Otherwise, I'm not leaving him. Am I saying he's free to cheat? Not at all. I'm saying that it's possible, and if it does occur, that it's something I'm willing to work through to forgive and heal. Infidelity isn't the end of the world, and if you love one another enough, it's possible to overcome and come out stronger. And there are a lot of people who believe that. There are a lot of people who do believe that. I'm not one of them, but there are a lot of women who believe that. And I don't know. And see, that's what I keep saying. And people don't understand my position on it. I don't worry about men fucking around. That's never has bothered me. I don't worry about it. I don't think about it. I don't check phones. I don't go through drawers. I don't go through cars. I don't, when pages, well, didn't go through my husband's pager, no boyfriend's pager. I never did that. I never did it. And it's just me, I just don't care. But my thing is, if we have an agreement that this is how we're going to operate our relationship and you violate the agreement, then I'm gone. Okay, so I'm not gonna be mad about the woman. I'm not gonna be going to her house and trying to call her and this and that because I don't know what you told her. I don't know what kind of fanciful lies you created. She don't have nothing to do with our relationship. That's between you and me. And you the one that I had it with, and you the one that fucked it up. And so you the one that's gonna get all the repercussions. So that's my thing. I don't worry about women at all. I just don't do that. I just know this is what we agreed, and the second that you mess up the agreement, then we're through. And it's very logical and very reasonable and just kind of unemotional, really. I don't know. I just don't give a shit. I remember my daddy used to tell me, "You ain't never really been in love because you give niggas too much rope, and they just want to be a cowboy and this and that and blah blah blah." And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you because the person I care about the most in this world is me. And I just can't be tripping about what some man does, especially with his dick. That's his dick. He can do whatever the fuck he want to do with it. If I don't like what he does with it, well, then that's my choice to, move on. But I'm not going to be going through all them changes about a man. I'm just not going to do it. So, from that respect, I understand where she's coming from. But like I said, I feel like marriage is a contract, it's an agreement. And it's one thing if you're just living with them, it's your baby daddy, your boyfriend, whatever. That's you're still single then. But if once you get married, then you're operating under an agreement, a legal agreement. That's what that is. And when you violate the legal agreement, then all bets are off. And then I'm gone. Don't say nothing. Don't try to stalk me and don't ask me to come back because I'm deuces. All right. Now, this was kind of disturbing. I wasn't sure how he meant this, so y'all could maybe break this down. But I stared at this, and there were so many possibilities, and all of them were disturbing. And so I'm putting this one in here because this old fucker is 43 years old, and he says he does not seriously date women who have a teenage daughters or daughters over 18. So what is he trying to say? That the daughters would be trying to be tempting to him. They would be tempted by him. He wants to only mess with some women that have daughters that's younger than that so he can molest them. I mean, what are you trying to say here? You see what I mean? All of the possibilities were just not really, really very savory. And so you know, yeah, that could be what he means, but he could mean something else. We don't, this is rather vague. Like I said, if you don't have a teenage daughter over 18, okay, what? Because they have to be under that so you could molest them, or you don't. That age group is too risky for you because you're gonna want to fuck them. What? What are you saying here? But whatever it was, like I said, either option was just nasty, and so yeah. Like, and you guys know this is so true. This is so true. Because everybody talk about us all on the personals ad sites, right? Because the guys they'd be married and they'd be trying to cheat, tip out on their wives and girlfriends. And she said they empty the whole clip, and that is so true. I have no argument there. That's everybody's complaint is that the most of the men online are not even single. So this is interesting. Yeah, see, and sliding into your DMs and stuff. So yeah, this is what most women's complaints are, that this here is an actuality. The married men or the men otherwise in quote committed relationships are the ones trying to do tip out the most. So yeah, let's everybody who's in the chat room now, please click that like button. If you have a moment, click that like button. If you are not a subscriber to the Debsterism channel, please hit the subscription button and become one. We appreciate your support. Let's move on. Now look at this right here. He uh you know how they get mad because women didn't want them when they was in high school? Let's see a picture of you when you was in high school. Okay, that's why nobody wanted you. You look like a turd. You look like a turd, and you smelled, and you never brushed your teeth, and you walked funny, and you dressed funny, and nobody wanted to be seen in public with you. But now you mad. And you know what? No matter what she looks like, how much weight she's gained after having her babies and all of this stuff and going through all that emotional trauma with that stupid ass Nick Cannon, no matter how much money, how much weight she has, she's going to always be a millionairess, which is you not even a thousand air, nigga. Shut up. Shut the fuck all the way up. Yeah, that's what I tell you. Men never, it is a rare dude who can be emotionally advanced past the age of 15 or 16. Whatever situation they were in where they got their first romantic involvement and got their heart broken the first time or felt rejection, they stay emotionally stuck there for the rest of their lives. This is a fact. Every single man that had that happen at a really young age, he stays stuck there. Unless they go later and they get some therapy for something, they have to go through anger management. They get some kind of court order counseling or something, then they can move past it. But for the most part, they stay stuck. And if that, it just, I've seen it too much my entire lifetime. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And he started talking about it. In high school, your ass is in your 40s. Get out of here. Sound like an idiot. You should be ashamed to even put something like that online. Let everybody know how stupid you are. They want to clown Mariah. But that's because I said Mariah's cute. And you could lose weight, but one thing you can't as a Dusty is lose dust. You was born dusty, you gonna die dusty. And you dusty every day in between. So that's just the way it is. So, girlfriend, but she got the money. If she wants to, she can go to some kind of weight loss camp, boot camp thing or something, hire all the trainers in the world and be right back down to that size she was in the picture on the left in no time at all. But she busy. She with her kids and stuff. Yeah, she ain't thinking about them. She making all kind of money. And that girl, her voice is beautiful. So I just don't know what they talking about. They just hating because she didn't get them the time of day. Remember she was married to that dude who was head of Sony? Remember how I talked about how you guys, you come up, you get a man who's going to do some shit for you? So he was cutting her albums and getting her the best producers and all kind of stuff, right? Girlfriend's laying out tracks like a motherfucker, coming out with star, top rated albums and all kind of stuff, right? Under Sony. Worldwide distribution for free because that was her fucking husband. That's what I'm talking about. You use what you got to get what you need and want. And that's what she did. So she had somebody coaching her. She was smart. She don't have no baby by no Dusty. Yeah, Tommy Modeler. That's right. I forgot his name. That's what I'm saying. She was smart. Gorgeous little young girl. And she got her swerve on. Yeah, he was controlling, but that's all right. She got what she wanted and then she dipped out. That's how you do it. You don't have to stay with them. I never said that. I said you get what you need. You don't be giving your love and your body and shit to no broke motherfuckers for free. That's what I'm telling you. And she did what she needed to do. Came up and then deuced out. Okay, now here we go. I got this Nation of Islam shit. You know how I am about religion. Now, why they always talking about, the olden days? In the olden days, niggas made enough money that their wives didn't have to work too. Remember them days? Now you want to talk about all this help you need. So it just really trips me out how they be talking about, and they don't want to pay child support. They want to take care of their kids. They don't even want to get married, but they want to talk about what wives did in before. Okay, you don't want to get a wife, so you don't need to talk about what wives do. That's not conversation, not for you. Okay, you want to be a hoe. And just like a tumbleweed rolling through every neighborhood there is, bed hopping and hoe hopping and doing everything you can do without being benefit marriage or, even being committed to anybody. But then you want to lecture women about being wise? Fuck out of here with that shit. This shit irritates the hell out of me. And then sitting up here talking about, um, know how to keep a man. Do men know how to keep a woman? Obviously not. Because y'all don't do a very good job of it. Women leave your asses right and left. Don't want to be with you. Cheat on your asses. All kind of stuff. And they get mad. That's why they get mad when a woman wants to leave and want to stalk her and shit. Or don't want to be with them. She want to stalk her and chase her and kill her and all kind of stuff. That's because they can't stand. They don't know what the fuck they doing. They don't know how to have a good relationship. As a matter of fact, there's going to be a video I do this weekend. As a matter of fact, I got to get my act together. But don't talk. Let your man talk first. Never greet him with issues and problems. He does not need to come home to stress. Yes, he does. You the king of the castle. You the leader of the household. Motherfucker, the stress is here. Bring your ass in here and deal with it and handle it and make it go away. That's your job. Okay? You don't get to dip and dab and relax and shit. You come in the house handling shit because you're the man. That's part of the responsibility. Dipping out food, lazy bums. Don't complain if your man never take you out to public functions such as dinner or dance. Oh, yes, I'm going to complain totally. Just because you whatever way you got me, motherfucker, you going to keep me that way too. So if we went on dates and we did all that kind of fun stuff, you better keep doing it or I'm deucing out. Have the house clean and dinner ready when your man come home. You better have my money. Okay, you gonna have my money, then your house will be clean and dinner will be ready. You gonna come in talking about how broke you are and you don't have no money, but then you ain't gonna get a hot dog and a can of SpaghettiOs and better make it work. On Sunday, make sure your man's clothes is ironed for the week. You dreaming. You better pick that shit out the dryer before it's all the way dry and hang it up so the wrinkles will hang out. When your man want to reward you with good eggplant for the great job you've done all week, never deny him. Please, that's for you. Be trying to package that like it's some benefit to me. Half the time the shit don't be working anyway. Who uses an iron? I don't even own one. What do today's women and wives have to say about this? I just told you what I got to say. Remember, divorces wasn't common back in these days. Now, because men held all the money. You did everything you could to control women and keep them with you by force. But now you can't do that anymore. That's why you want to stalk and kill people. Because you can't do that. We have our own money. We have our own jobs. We have our own education. We have our own property. We have our own credit cards. We have everything ourselves. We don't need you for that. And you can't control no woman with that anymore. So you sitting up there trying to make it seem like there's something wrong with women because you lost that power. Well, it's power that you never should have had. You kept a woman like a fucking prisoner, like a prisoner of war, locked up in a concentration camp that you called a family home. That's what you did. And then you want to parade it around here like it was some benefit to her. Do you know how many women were depressed in those days? Remember that? I told you guys about that movie. I remember it was, I don't know when it came out, but I remember I was probably about 8 or 9, and I remember my aunts and my mother watching this movie on TV. It was called Valley of the Dolls, and I had been in the movie theater, before, and then it was on TV, and they were talking about it, and like these women were like housewives, and they were depressed. They felt like purposeless. Their white lives were drudgery. They had no joy. It was the same thing day in and day out. They lived for men and kids. They had nothing for going on for themselves. Everything that they wanted to do for themselves was denied them. They were fucking depressed and suicidal. They felt like, what's the point of living? This is like I'm dying inside. That's how women were in those days that they want to regale as being so fucking wonderful. You didn't have any options. You had no choices. They were removed from you by society and by laws and by marriage because men owned you. I'm telling you, it wasn't until my lifetime in the 70s when they got the first battered woman shelter in the United States. Up until then, in many cases, it was legal for men to still beat their wives. They didn't have any law about spousal rape, even though that's what it was. Okay, so you got to understand that what they don't understudy history like I do. So this stuff that they're presenting as being so beneficial and wonderful to women, this is a bunch of bullshit. Women fought to get everything that they had. That's why I get so mad at sisters talking that shit about, well, feminism isn't for black women. Stop being stupid. All them laws changed. Your asses benefited from it just like everybody else. Black women was getting their asses beat and getting spousal raped too. Okay, you didn't have credit to own shit just like everybody else. So don't fall for that shit you hear from these damn hoteps, and you believe the shit that you hear online. Research shit so you know what you talking about. What they're talking about, what women fought for was for all women. And where I'm disappointed is now women just gave up and all this trans shit is taking over because women. I don't know what happened. Women used to be fierce, and now everybody's just more worried about MAC makeup and they weaves and hairdos and shit than they are about fighting to keep their rights and protect their daughters. This really irks me. But this shit here is part and parcel of it. And then that guy got the nerve to talk about when people cheat, when men get cheated on. It destroys his outlook on love, his future relationship, and his peace with themselves. Motherfucker, then keep your dicks in your pants. And why is it okay for you to cheat on the women when it's supposed to just be a thing, right? Didn't we see that last week? Where it's just, women should be expecting that. Remember that last Friday? The guy was like, women should expect that because that's just part of a relationship. Remember he was saying it? And it's they pass it off as something that women should expect, and just deal with it. And that is not to end the relationship and all this old stuff right here. But you let them get cheated on. And see, that would be my thing. You cheat on me, I'm going to cheat back. And I'm going to make sure you know. I'm going to take pictures and video and shit. And you're going to turn on the TV and it's going to play. It's going to be on your phone. I'm going to set it up while you're in the shower. So as soon as you go to your phone and pick the phone up, it's going to start playing. You're welcome, DC. I got to get even. And then I'm leaving. Okay. But, this is really interesting how they turn it around like their feelings are the only ones that can get hurt. Man, talk about narcissistic. It's okay for them to do it to you. But don't you dare do it to him because it destroys his whole outlook on love, his future relationships, and his peace with himself. Good. I wanted to destroy you. I want you to see what it feels like. That's why I'm going to take video. Yeah, just cheat back. I'm telling you. There's nothing better than payback. Cause see, men don't understand stuff. You know, have you noticed this? Men don't. Women like to use a lot of words. You want to explain shit. You want to talk about it to death. You want to, like go through all these conniptions and just have all these conversations and go to counseling and you want to do all this kind of stuff to try to get him to understand. That's not gonna work. That never works. Have you ever heard of counseling working for? They always break up. What works with men is when they have to experience what they dished out. Suddenly, motherfuckers get 20/20 vision. Oh, it's crystal clear now. I see what you was talking about. Oh my God, I'm in so much pain. This hurts. It's going to affect my life, my relationships for the rest of my life, my opinion of myself, my outlook on love is all destroyed. That's why you cheat back, so they can feel it. Because it's just like when my little cousin used to go around biting people. He was 3. Little motherfucker had a grill like Flegel on banana splits, all them goddamn teeth. And sitting up there, he would be just biting people with impunity. Nobody bit him back. I said, wait till that. And I was about 12. Like, wait till that little motherfucker think he gonna put his teeth on me. I'm gonna try to get a plug out of him. So he came and I had on shorts. I'm sitting in my grandmother's house, right? And he was there and it was hot and I had shorts on. And he come, you know how they come between your knees and he's like playing with me, we talking and stuff. Suddenly, just out of nowhere, he dips his head down and bit my thigh. You know what I did? I picked up his arm and I tried to put my teeth through to the other side. That little motherfucker was screaming like there was no tomorrow. My aunt comes running out. This is the same aunt I had to cuss out later, years later, about my brother. That's her son. And she comes flying out the back room. What happened? What happened? I said, he bit me and I bit him back. And you know what? He didn't bite nobody else after that because he realized the shit hurt. But see, he had no clue that biting people hurt because nobody had ever bitten him. I solved that fucking problem. And that's the same thing with men cheating. Until they experience what it feels like, they don't get the pain that they caused. And that's why you got to give them a dose. They need a dose. They need to understand. You know? Yeah, I tried to take a plug out that little pudgy motherfucker. Cause you know how they little them little baby arms where it's fat rolls? I was like, ooh, this is good and juicy. I bit the fuck out of him. Okay, now let's talk about this too. This chick need to be slapped. And somebody ought to talk about, I know this hurt a lot of feelings. It didn't hurt nobody's feelings. It just laughed to say how stupid you are. You just shouldn't be on the internet with your face and saying stupid stuff like this, lady. When a man earns money, he dreams of giving his wife the best. When a woman earns money, she feels she does not need a man. Okay, now let's talk about this. His wife, okay, now, if this was going to be correct, it would say when a husband earns money, he dreams of giving his wife his best. Because, the black community, we don't have a whole bunch of those. And this is our modern society. People aren't really getting married like they used to. So when a man earns money, he's thinking about himself. He's not thinking about his wife unless he's a husband. Then he's thinking about his wife because husbands have wives. So you're saying a man, that's a dude. That's just like any dude. And you trying to say he has a wife. He doesn't have a wife. He's single. He's doing what he wants to do and he's doing it for himself. So when a woman earns money, she feels she does not need a man. That's right. You know why? Because traditionally, just like we showed a few slides ago, women were like chattel and traded by families for power to different kingdoms and everything. That's what marriage was, an alliance. Princesses were traded to other kingdoms because they would form an alliance with that country or that prince, that king, whatever, to make the two nations stronger. So they would join armies and stuff like that. And so, later was the same thing. It was all about that dowry and, getting power and money and name and trading it for some guys, he's a count, he's a this, he's a that. Your daughter's gorgeous, your daughter's beautiful, your daughter's got a, lady, madam, whatever. Okay, this was all about business. Okay, so women were traded for these kind of alliances for their family. Even in those third world countries, the women who are poor, they come to the United States and they go on those bridal websites and stuff, right? And they get with these white boys looking for, Asian bride And then what do? They get to the United States or to England or France or wherever they are, and they have these dudes send money back home to their people to support them. The families have traded their daughters for this support. That's what marriage has traditionally been since forever. It's not about love and romance the way that we're trying to make it now. It's about alliances and business. Okay, it's a contract, like I've always said. So when you have a situation where a woman can, without being traded for anybody about anything, have the same things for herself, yeah, she doesn't need a man. That's the whole fucking point. So somebody like this again, people need to study history. We got these little baby boomers, these not these millennials, they don't know anything. And so when you let you study the history of marriage and society and women's history in the United States and actually around the world, you would not know this stuff that I'm telling you. I study this stuff. I study from all different cultures. Remember in Japan and China, they used to bind women's feet? Why? Because it made them, quote, more beautiful. They could have a higher bride price. It made them more desirable because they couldn't walk. They tortured them women. So you got one grown woman with a foot this size like a baby. Her feet all kinds of fucked up. She can't do nothing. So she can hardly run away, right? She's stuck. She's trapped. So now women don't have to be trapped. We don't have to be traded. We do what the fuck we want to do. And the fact that a woman can make money and do what she want to do, jump on a plane, go around the world, buy property, fuck who she wants to, go to a sperm bank, have a baby if she wants to, get an abortion if she wants to, do whatever the fuck she wants to do, that's a good thing. So when they try to position it like this and put women down for having these choices that we've sacrificed our lives, generations and generations of women have died for to get these rights, well, this is a dumb bitch. That's all I can say. This is a dumb bitch, and she don't even understand what women have gone through to get to where we are. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Every single fucking thing that we have now, we had to fight for it like crazy and fight for it to get it, fight for it to keep it. And I'm telling you, y'all better stop being so passive about all this trans shit. If that shit's going on in your kid's school and your daughter's being affected by it at a school and sports and stuff, you better rear up and organize and fight back. There's very few of them. It's a whole bunch of mothers in this world. And if all the mothers and aunties and grandmothers got together and fought back, this shit would be smashed in a week. But y'all just passive and just sitting there on your asses, just letting, my daughter's adult now. But if she were still small, I would be starting some kind of organization to fight that shit. That would not be going down, not on my watch. But see, I'm old now. I can only do one thing at a time. I'm choosing to do this. So y'all are younger. You've got to pick up the baton and you got to run with it yourself. I'll help you, but I can't do it. Okay? You got to do it. You are those of you who are mothers. Now here we go. Here we go. Oh. She doesn't scream during make her pregnant. She will scream in labor. They need to learn. What is this all about? It's about his ego. He wants to feel rewarded and then to torture you. See, this is why I say get an abortion. Fuck these motherfuckers. You know what? If men, I saw this thing where they had these electronic gadgets on. They put men on the drink and have a labor pain. These motherfuckers lasted about 2 minutes and they tapped out. Women be in labor for hours. I'm like, what the hell? Now, what men need to are the ones that need to learn. Every man needs to be on those electrodes and get them things on his abdominal muscles so he can feel what labor is. And put them on the back, too, so they can experience back labor. There you go. They will be thinking twice about making sure they use some birth control then, because they will be thinking about that pain like, oh, God damn, that shit was this magical. That is like sent me to a new land. Yeah, they're very sadistic. That's what I'm telling you. All y'all sitting up there, see, women just had this thing and they want to be romanticizing men, romanticizing love, romanticizing sex. It's not romantic. This is your life we're talking about. Your opportunities, your freedom, your body, everything. Okay, you don't be trading it to men. Not unless he's trading something back. Okay, you got to think about this. There got to be an equal exchange here. You giving up your freedom, what's he giving up? You giving up your body to stretch marks and all kind of shit like that, change all kinds. What is he giving you? Okay, because all that young fly belly top shit that you used to do when you before you had a baby, that shit's going by the wayside. Unless you get tummy tucks and all that kind of stuff, which have their own risks. You know, what are you getting out of this? Why you sitting around here having baby after baby by some fool? Stop it. Stop it. And you see that's when he want to try to make you have pain. Fuck this motherfucker. You stick that baby up your ass. And how about that? See how much you scream. Yeah, well, I don't even. I'm advocating women don't even have a baby because, like I said, by the time you have the baby, your body's already changed and fucked up. So, you give it to him if you want to, but the changes that I'm talking about have already occurred. Unless you, like I said, unless you got money for a plastic surgery, you just stuck. You're gonna be having looking at your body looking all different and not liking what you see behind some motherfucker that you not even committed to. You didn't get shit out of it and now your body's changed forever because you had a baby by a dust bucket. I wish I would. Okay, now this dude here is just and his name is yeah, they are fake. But dudes don't know that. They just girl, that's how I remember when Harry met Sally, all of what she did that scene in the diner. That's how these women be doing. Dudes don't even realize when it's really good, you don't be making all that noise. Cause you be like, whoo, I gotta concentrate. I got to think about this. Wait, what's happening to me? And shit, you don't be making all that noise, hollering like a fucking banshee. But yeah, yeah, Meg Ryan, that was hilarious. But yeah, this dude here. Now this was really kind of disturbing because this is a mind fuck. Now, see, on just reading it, there's gonna be a lot of women who just gonna read it and be like, the pick Misha types. Yeah, yeah, because our men, how are they supposed to live? This and that and blah blah blah. I don't give a fuck. That motherfucker could starve. As long as that child support check comes, I don't give a fuck where he is or what he's doing or how the money gets there. Because all this talking he's doing, because the police might come and this and that. And this. But in the meantime, you know what's a definite? Without that money, the kids are going to go hungry or you might get evicted out your place. Let's talk about that maybe. Some women really need the child support. Some don't, but some really do need it to make ends meet to support the child that they had with this dust bucket. But he's not worried about whether his kids eat. He's not worried about whether his kids have clothes, shoes, medical care, nothing. All he's concerned about is, running this game where he's going to try to make the women feel, responsible for his safety and shit behind getting picked up by the police for child back being, having owing back child support. I don't give a fuck. My thing is this, real men, they want to talk about old, the old times. Real men didn't have that kind of pride. They would do whatever they needed to do to make sure their kids ate. They would even do without meals to make sure their kids ate. So when you have somebody like this who's putting this kind of stuff up there, this is just a sorry, sad motherfucker. And any woman who would have a baby by a man, or marry a man, or even date a man seriously who thinks like this, what the fuck is your problem? You need to wake the hell up. This dude is a loser. He's all about himself. This is a number one narc. You do not ever have a child or even get seriously involved with a man who's like this. Because as soon as you get sick and it's inconvenient for him, he's just the kind that's going to leave you. Because you not giving him what he wants. His kid, he don't want to pay child support. He's not giving a fuck about the kid. It's all about himself and his money and his convenience. So you need to, like I tell you guys, there's a video I did here called The Man Behind the Mask. And it has, some suggested kinds of questions to ask when you're on dates with men, because you got to get into their head. You got to figure out how they think. You don't ask stupid stuff like what kind of movie you like and what's your favorite color. And I mean, I guess if it's Christmas time, you're going to be buying gifts or something that might be information. But I'm talking about when you're trying to decide if you're going to really want to move forward with somebody in a relationship, you have to figure out how that motherfucker thinks. What are his thought patterns? How does he process information? What does he think about the opposite sex? What is his idea of responsibility and accountability and integrity and stuff like that? You have to know those kind of answers to know if this is somebody who you should be dealing with or not. That you don't be asking those kind of questions, and then you get in these crazy relationships and write the advice column. Well, oh my God, he said this to me and he did that to me, and I just don't understand. When he's had those like dusty traits, and this goes for the white boys too, they dusty as hell as well. And he had them traits all along, but you didn't ask the right questions. And so when the situation comes up, some of you still don't understand what you're seeing or hearing. And so you continue in a relationship. You don't understand the importance of what just happened and the long-term ramifications of his mental processes. It's never going to work, and they just don't get it. I'm telling you, just crazy. These dudes are whack as fuck. Woof. Yeah, but this is some serious mind fucking game right here. Right here. This is nigga double talk of immense proportions. Let's move on. Yeah, dude is lying. She checked his ass though. I respect a female who is vocal. Tell me why you're into me. Yeah, they probably want to hear that part. Tell me why I pissed you off. And tell me how I can fix it. Tell me everything. Talk. And she's like, y'all do not like this. And we know they don't. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They only want to hear that first part. Tell me why you're into me. Yeah, I do. They do want to hear that part. But the rest of it, they ain't trying to hear what they did wrong and how they need to fix it. And well, I'm gonna tell them anyway, but they don't really want to hear it. And if he wants to hear it, if you have a man who does wants to hear it, then that means he really cares. But in general, she's right. They don't want to hear it. Okay. Now this dude, see, he got one of them ooga booga names. I don't like all that shit. I don't like it. I don't like it. A woman isn't mentally or emotionally designed to have multiple sexual partners. Okay, here we go. Where's your PhD, nigga? Where is it? Where is it? Your MD, where you know all this stuff and have done all this research and have all these facts to talk about what women, which you are not, can do. When a woman has sex with a man, the act of him entering her allows his life force and energy to enter her as well. That man's life force and energy then becomes a part of that woman's emotional and mental character. The more of a man's life force she takes in her, the more that man she becomes. She starts to take on his ideological outlook on life and begins to reflect the essence of who that man is. Nigga, you ain't heard of condoms? There's your life force flushing down the toilet, okay? Ain't nobody trying to be connected to you like that. Shit, even married women use condoms because it's a mess. I want to be bothered with you and your bodily excretions. Fuck all that. Shit smells anyway. But okay, let's talk about this. Okay, this is another way of mind fucking women to believe that they can't enjoy sex, with as many men as they want to. Now, I'm going to say this. I do have to put that caveat on there. As many as you want to. Because there are some of you who are just too into your feelings. You think if you get a nut that you in love. You think if you sleep with somebody that you have a relationship. Now, you laid down with the motherfucker you didn't have no relationship, but you magically think that because you got up and you slept with him that now you in a relationship. No, bitch, you just had some dick. That's it. That's all that happened. Okay, he had some pussy and you had some dick. That's it. So you don't have a relationship. He ain't committed to you. Ain't nothing there happening that didn't already happen before you laid down, pulled your clothes off. I just want people to understand that just don't make no sense to me. So if you that kind of woman where you have that kind of thinking, then yeah, you don't need to sleep with nobody really till you married. That's what you need to do. But if you just real pragmatic about the whole thing and it's like, look, I'm just here for the dick. I don't really give a shit about your conversation. I don't care about nothing else because I'm not trying to be with you. I'm not trying to marry you. I just want to know, can you fuck? Okay, if you fuck, then we got something to do. If not, then I'm out. Deuces. And so, if you have a woman who has a mindset like that, then yes, we are designed to have multiple sexual partners. The more, the better. The more, the merrier. And men like to think, they want to put all this stuff on it like they have their dick has magical superpowers and can just implant shit in women. That's what they talk about, that womb imprinting and all this old shit here. Nigga, stop it. Stop fantasizing. Your dick is not magical. Okay? It does not make women do anything. Now, the woman who, she's got some mental problems, emotional issues, then she's going to attach to a man because that's what she does. Okay. But, they'll attach to men like that anyway, even when the dick is bad. So it can't be because of the dick. You see what I'm saying? It's just, it's in her. It's her mindset about being in a relationship. She just want to be in a relationship so bad, she'll take anything. And that's what the women have called pick meshas. Yeah, but this is the thing, girl. Please, if you can't hit multiple O's, what's the fucking point? They didn't, but women's bodies were built to do that. If you don't have a lover who can't deliver that, then what you doing with him? His ass, he needs to know. He needs to go back into school and learn something about what he needs to do. But no, you can't be bothered with that. No habla español, no bueno. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. He act like his dick got magical superpowers. Nigga, fuck you. Get out of here with that. But this is mind game. So ladies, when you hear stuff like this, they're gonna say they have womb imprinting. What else do they call it? Something else. But anyway, it's all the same stuff. All about their dick being able to imprint on you and leave traces of life forces in you and all kind of stuff. But this is the thing. This guy, I was having an argument with him about this whole thing. I said, and I told him, I said, all your life force is going in the condom and it's getting flushed down the toilet. So what are you talking about? And you should have seen his face. He just looked like dumbfounded, like that had never occurred to him that would happen. It's like, what do you mean? You're not leaving nothing behind. You're not leaving no socks at my house. You're not doing nothing. Nothing of you is going to be leaving. And anything like when you leave, these sheets is getting changed. They getting balled up. So any traces of skin, your hair, your eyelashes, the lice that was on you, your dandruff flakes, everything is going in the washing machine to be bleached at hot water. That's what's going to happen. So there will be no traces of you in this house at all in about 45 minutes. So, I don't understand what they be talking about, what they be thinking. Just all on their own job. Okay, now, on this one, I thought, wow, this is really sad. He's complaining that men are being taught not to assault women. Are you seeing this? This is a complaint about how to not assault women. It's more about not talking about women's safety, not talking about the very high number of sexual assaults, the reported plus the ones that aren't reported. Okay, he's not talking about any of that at all. What he's talking about is, wait a minute. Hold on a second here. I'm changing something. Okay. What he's talking about is trying to make women feel bad that men need to be reminded not to assault them. So this is, again, another mind fuck. Fossey assumes that every man is a rapist unless taught otherwise. You are. I've read studies where guys were interviewed and they said, "Oh, have you ever done it to anybody?" No, no, no. So then they had to break it down for them, the different facets of sexual assault, like coercion, blocking a woman's path, all this kind of stuff. Oh, is that rape? Oh yeah, okay, then I did that. Or when not listening to a woman says no and just pushing. Okay, that's rape. Okay, so then And then part of the study too, the guys were like, well, if you could, like if a woman was drunk or something and passed out and you could do stuff to her and not get caught, would you do it? 85% of the men in the survey responded yes, they would do it. So what does that tell you? That tells you that every man is a rapist unless taught otherwise. And some even then, because they know better, but they do it anyway. Okay, then number two, teaches women not to defend people not to defend themselves from predators. No, it doesn't. We still get that message, but what it does is teach you not to be a predator. Fucking freak. Forces male rape victims to be taught not to rape. Yes. That's no whether you're a victim or not, you should know the law, and you should not do anything to anybody else's body against their will. Erases female rapists and abusers. No, it doesn't. It just points out who's the majority of that, and that is you. Assumes that rapists will change when they're reminded it's illegal to rape, which they already know. Exactly. But it does remind them that there are eyes on them and ears, and there's reporting laws in college campuses now. And, different kind of things have been put in place over the last 5 or 10 years that weren't there before. Blames all men for rape. Yep, well, for most women, that's who raped them, a man. So I don't know what else to tell you. That's who also rapes other men, is men. Enforces the idea of paranoia and hysteria in women. Yeah, because women don't want to get raped. Okay, they can't even fucking go to a party or walk down the street by ourselves, or do stuff like that, because there's always that threat of some guy following her or insulting her, putting something in her drinks at a bar, at a club, or a party, and then assaulting her. That's our reality. That's why this trans shit is so fucked up and stupid. Talking about I was born in the wrong body. Motherfucker, you were not. You don't know the first thing about being a woman. You don't know what we have to deal with, frankly, from fucking birth. Men be after you like a fucking predator. You in the second, third grade, and here they come. And don't be one of the little girls who start developing at, 9 or 10 years old. Then here they go. The teenage boys be all over them. Men are just perverts. I'm sorry, you don't want to accept that, but that's what it is. Okay? And teaches women to look down upon men. No, we're not down upon men, but we do look down upon the sexual assault rapist people. Okay? You deserve to be looked down upon. So, why are you trying to defend somebody who's a criminal and a predator? That's what this is doing. So if you weren't, guys who understand this, guys who are about protecting women and other men and even children from these kind of guys, they would never say any of these things, and they don't believe this way. They understand what time it is. But this is a guy who's a predator, and he's mad. That's what this is. You're welcome, Szechuan. This is an important one. This is, usually we talk about stuff that's, more humorous, but this is a very important, especially, if they're going to open up college campuses again. A lot of girls are safe right now because school's taking place at home. They're at home with their families. So ain't nobody, assaulting them. But when the college campuses open back up and they start going to parties again and drinking and stuff like that, well, this is going to be a reality for a lot of co-eds, okay? So just be careful. Teach your girls what to watch out for, but teach your sons that if they do anything that even remotely smells like a sexual assault, you gotta drop kick them to Mars and stomp their asses into the pavement and break their ribs. And when you stomp them New York style, make sure they understand that. Don't you go nowhere and and humiliate my family and ruin our family name by acting a zip damn fool, motherfucker. I will kill you. Okay? That's what they need to understand. Oops. I hit the wrong button. Okay, let's move on. Now, this girl here, I don't know. I don't really, some of these women from these foreign countries be talking stupid. And she's like, every man deserves to build his own family. A single mother can never provide this. Bitch, who the fuck you think made her a single mother? Somebody who was building a family. Okay, you stick your dick in somebody and jet out some spermies and you make a damn baby. That means you was building a family. What your basic ass don't understand the basics of reproduction. This is a stupid bitch. She just dumb. Okay, this is some shit here that just like if I was in her presence, I just want to slap her. You If he didn't want to build his own family with that woman, then he shouldn't have been fucking her. Okay, that's how you prevent that. You keep your dick in your pants. We got a video about that too. It's called, the dick and pants birth control method. It was one of my first videos on YouTube. Probably, I don't know, when did I put that thing up? 2009 or something. And then I didn't make any videos for years. But it's up there, and that's what I talk about, the basics of reproduction. Why don't men understand that? You don't want no baby, you keep your dick in your pants and you don't have a problem. You don't want to pay child support, same thing. You don't want an STD, same thing. That's all you got to do. You don't want to have a baby by some dumb bitch, you don't fuck her then. And then all those problems associated with having a crazy baby mama will never be yours. Dick and pants birth control method is the only 100% foolproof way of making sure that you never have any of those problems. I started to record a commercial about it, but I said, let me stop. Yeah, they should never defend predators, but they do. Because too many of them have those predatory thoughts themselves. That's why. Now let's talk about this. They always want to use the Obamas as an example of why somebody should get with somebody who is broke. And that is a very poor example. Do they not read about this dude? This dude was going to Harvard Law. He was at the top of his class. He was the editor of the Harvard Law Review, which is one of the highest honors that you can have at that university. What in the entire fuck are you talking about, you little dust bucket making minimum wage, working at Stop and Go? Stop it. Stop it. Dude might have not have been rich then, but he was on his way the second he got his first job. Okay? Making $200,000. Yeah. Using Michelle as, she was already graduated and partner in the law firm he came to work at. She was already, rolling. So if she got with somebody who had as much potential, was on the same fast track as her, that's not marrying, that's not building together. Okay, they already had a foundation established of high levels of education and success under their belts when they got together. Them two was guaranteed to be power mongers and money makers. Okay, she didn't give it no dust bucket with a car with a hole in the floor. She got with with the dude who was the editor of Harvard Law Review. Okay, brilliant student. That's what she got with. So they're just stupid. They don't understand nothing, and always making some dumbass memes. This is why certain people should be banned from using any kind of graphic software. Yeah, he's the only one for them to use because he's the most prominent. He's one that's a face that everybody's gonna recognize, whereas most other people they not gonna really recognize him. But they want to just use him, and it's like, nigga, when is your ass gonna be president? Shit. You can't even be president of a house because you're just trifling and stupid. Ugh, just get on my nerve. Okay, now, this girl's stupid. And she trying to brag about being stupid. This is the part that... Shut up, June. I just read what Junebug wrote. Daily mental health screening. Girl, I don't know. That daily might not be enough. We need an AM and a PM session. But here, this guy, I don't know. This, I guess, is a girl. Marshavia Smackahoe Gibson. I done turned down dudes had money for somebody who was broke. I turned down somebody who's sexy for somebody ugly. Slept on a mattress on the floor when she could have had a king-size bed. She chilled in the car when she could have sat at her house. All these dumb things she did. I ignored all the roaches in his mama's house because I was down. Up or down, my loyalty run deep. That's probably why I'm in certain situations now, because of my heart. Big fact. Okay, you do not want to, Lady Boss, you do not want to advertise that you are this stupid, girlfriend. I guess that's why she used what you call it, a fake name, Marshavia. Because this is not somebody this is not a behavior that you would want to, you know, make public. I hope she was just being sarcastic, you know what I mean? Just making jokes. But there's too many women who actually do stuff like this and then we proud of it. I'm a ride or die. I'm a this, I'm a that. Son at us, Cece, just like she a whole fool. Like what they have half fools running around. Oh, y'all be killing me. Yeah, smackahoo. Okay, now this is something I have told you guys numerous times. There's a video on this channel about, well, actually, it's a whole series. I think it's 3 or 4 video series about why you should never help a man. And I talk about this in the video. And then this came across this week. And so I said, oh, yeah, let me just time to reiterate this. So, and this is exactly what I said, that, you tend to think that if you stick by a dude when he in his struggle, that you going to get a place at the table when he finally makes it. And he says the truth is that's not true. There's nothing more taxing and exhausting as someone who doesn't understand that you are now leveled up. They still look at you with the same eyes as when you were struggling. They constantly remind you, pull you down, reduce you to size. It's taxing. You can stay with her for so long before you look for someone else who knows you as you are now. And the way that I explain it is like he's getting you know him when he was a failure. You know that he couldn't have made it without you. You know his weaknesses. You know his struggles. You know his failures. Well, now that he's, finally made it with you pushing him all the way and helping him spoon feed him and everything, you still look at him as that bum that you had to help. He wants somebody who sees him as a superstar, as ego food. He don't want that reality that he couldn't have done it without you, because as a real man, he knows he wasn't supposed to do it with your help. He's supposed to do it by himself. But the fact that he was such a loser, he needed your help, it hurts him to see that reflected in your eyes, so he dumps you. He dumps you and he goes and gets the woman who doesn't know his history, doesn't know that you helped him, doesn't know that you spoon fed him and paid his bills and supported him and cooked for him and cleaned for him and bought his clothes and drove him around. He wants a woman who doesn't know that he was just such a bum. He wants a woman to look at him like he's a superstar that he likes to imagine that he is now, all on your dime. That's why you do not ever help a man. You don't help them. They can't love you after that. You feel like you're earning him by doing all this shit for him. What you're doing is digging your own grave. You never help a man do anything. If he can't do it by himself or with the help of other men, then it just doesn't happen. Okay, that needs to be your motto. And that's why you don't marry him until he's got some shit happening. You don't marry no struggle. You don't get into married into struggle love. Fuck struggle. You should struggle by your damn self. And if you a single mama, you got young kids, y'all move in a place together. Make sure you have the same gender kids though. Don't be mixing boys and girls. That don't work. You put the little kids in one room in some fucking bunk beds. You have a room, she have a room. And y'all share expenses and come up like that. And everybody stop trying to live on your own. You don't need to have all them different niggas running in and out the house anyway. One of you watch the kids while the other one go to her nigga's house, get your dick, and then come bring your happy ass home. Don't bring men in your houses over your kids. Don't do that. Make that a rule. But that's how single moms can get together. But like I said, you either gonna have all boys or you're gonna have all girls. Don't mix them. Okay, that's not gonna work. That's gonna create problems. You don't help them any kind of way. You don't do their resume. You don't mail shit for them. You don't put nothing on your credit card so he can give you the money later. You don't put no car in his name, in your name for him. You don't do shit for him. You don't sign for nothing. You don't co-sign for nothing. You don't do anything to help him. He has to help himself, or he gets it from some other men. The groups of men get together. His daddy, his uncles, his brothers, his friends, his frats, whatever. They make the magic happen themselves. They should not be looking for you to do anything. And y'all stop fucking volunteering. I'll help you. Stop that. Shut your mouth. Go sit down some damn where. Help yourself. You want to help somebody, go to an old folks home and volunteer and help them. Now this was funny. This is funny. We're getting into the pre-savage. The pre-savage. Before we go into, we got 3 Savage Awards, and we have 2 winners this week because I couldn't decide. So I was like, oh, fuck it, we just going to have 2. There we go. Okay, this is the pre-Savage. This dude abolished the police and watch how nice women talk to men again. Look at him laughing. Like we going to need you. You the ones we need protection from. So these 2 sisters come back here. How about women arm themselves and see how nice men start talking? And so the other sister come back and say, nope, I got bullets for you niggas. Ah, oh, ain't nobody trying to talk nice to you. You gonna get some clips emptied into you. That's what's gonna happen. Look, they always about trying to force women. If you noticed this, because remember when Trump was dismantling the foods. There were some things going on with food stamps and all this stuff, and they were just overjoyed. There was a whole crew of them just thrilled to death because they felt like, at this point, then they're gonna need us. And then we're gonna have the upper hand, so we can just tell them no. And they're gonna be trying to live with us and marry us and be with us because they're gonna need our money and stuff. And it's like, how are you happy that some children would be in a crisis? How does that work when you just thinking about yourself and not thinking about the children? Because that's what AFDC is for. Aid for families with dependent children. That's what AFDC stands for. So you're laughing about children not getting fed. That's what you're laughing about. And cut their housing vouchers cut. That with their mothers, not making that much money, they need that discounted rent to make sure they have proper housing for their children in a safe area of town. But you're not thinking about any of that. All you thinking about is yourselves. See, men, I'm telling you, these dudes, there's something wrong with them. So, and then this is another instance of it. He's not thinking about, wow, these women might be at risk because the predators would be out and these violent fools shooting everything and robbing and stuff, home invading and whatnot. So, yeah, maybe we shouldn't abolish the police, but they do need to be revamped. And that would be a realistic conversation. But instead, he's going to do with this about how nice women talk to. They wanted you to talk to them, acknowledge them, and give them fucking attention. No kind of concern about your safety. His attention. I'm like you about the dustiest piece of trash that there is in this planet. Next one. Now we into the Savage Awards. Savage Award. How many do I have? I think I have 4. Dude, pants were invented for men, not women. It's impossible for women to wear pants. Yeah, 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 without sexualizing her body because they highlight her legs, her curves, and rear. Women who want to be modest should not own pants at all. And so, dude, come back and just straight clown him. That's a lot of words for nobody will fuck me. Ah, oh, he got clowned. He got clowned. Yes, yes. Oh, that's just one. There's 3 more. And then we got the 2 winners. And this is in reference to, that Will and Jada stuff that's been floating around this week. And everybody talking about these poly relationships. And she like, y'all can keep your poly relationships because I'm not sharing mine. You can poly get your ass beat. Ah, that was brilliant. She was funny. You poly get your ass beat. I'm like, go ahead, girlfriend. Tell them all. Tell it. And here's somebody, don't teach him. Don't leave him. Teach him to be the man you want. In other words, raise a child. Look how many times that bullshit got shared. And so Shonda came back and said, I think you should put the red nose on before the shoes, sis. Oh, yeah, but see, there's another one that got that, the Ooga Booga names. I'm telling you, them people got them weird names. And just sitting up there into all this stuff about women sacrificing themselves for men. I guess that's a cultural thing. I'm not down with it. I'm not sacrificing myself for nobody. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you got to raise some grown man. Psh. Yeah, she's like, go ahead. Queen Eveline, there you go. Yeah, I don't like them Ooga Booga names. Somebody called themselves dressing me down for that on the wall last week, talking about, that's rude. Those are another culture, and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bitch, please. I don't give a fuck. I will say what the hell I want to say, because I also talk about these gay, made up ghetto names either too. So I'm an equal opportunity bitch. I'll talk about everybody. I don't give a damn. So you got them hyphenated names and apostrophes and tildes and shit all in your Laquanisha, Chandra, this and that. No, 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 no. I'm gonna talk about you too. So, but in this case, every time I see one of these ooga booga names, then the sisters be coming up with some bullshit. Talking about, women sacrificing for themselves. Take that shit somewhere else. But I loved her response. And winner number one. Winner number one of the evening. Oh, dude. Can you just imagine the devastation on his face? She say, my husband tried to embarrass me in front of his friends by saying I'm not good in bed. He was shocked when they disagreed. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm sorry. I could not stop laughing on that. I said, girl. So this one, whoever sent this in, this was excellent. Savage Award winner number one. And like I said, I had to have two because I couldn't decide which one was more savage. So I just gave it to one of them. Here's the last slide of the evening. The dude say, if your pussy fart doing sex, say, excuse me. And she came back and said, how about y'all apologize for filling us up with air instead of dick? I'm just saying. I said, okay, you know what? On that note, I'm dead. I'm dead. I cannot with her. Drop mic, drop mic, get the cane, pulled me off the stage. This girl just like, this was like a bam bam kind of slam to the left, slam to the right. She just like went off AWF. I didn't know what to say, but yeah, that's it. What dude, what dude's gonna say? Yeah, she win. I am deceased. She said that's how I felt too. So you see why I had trouble. I couldn't figure out which one was more savage, but so they both is a tie this week. Jim Dog. It's a tie this week, I tell you, because both of them ladies just just dug deep and was straight savages, like with spears and everything. I was like, oop, I hope I never get on either one of them's bad side because that would just be some shit that would just make me sit there and go, where you can't say nothing. You just sit there and just be sad because you got shut down. Oh, I don't know what else to say. But anyway, that is the Dusty News Network show for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please, if you have, let me find my slide. If you have something, you run across something on your travels around the internet this coming week, please take a screenshot, even if you're not sure, okay? Because I know sometimes people say, well, I really wasn't sure. I didn't know if this is what you want. I don't even care. If you think that it might even remotely be something that we could use, send it in anyway. And because you just never know. You never know how I'm going to read it and how I'm going to take it and what I'm going to do with it. So send it to me at survivingdating@gmail.com. Make the subject line Dusty News. Okay, so it'll filter into the correct folder for the show, and that's where we pull all the stuff from there. Also, for next week, if you have something that you want to submit for What the Fuck Tuesday, an advice question, look in the show description box down below. There's a link there. You just click it and send in your advice question. You still got time. Got another day or so before the final column is put together. Hit the like button on your way out. And if you're not a subscriber to the Debsterism channel, please become one. We're trying to get our numbers up. So we appreciate everybody hitting that subscribe button and the instant notification so you can get up on what's going on around here. I hope you guys join me next Friday. We're going to have ladies night. We're not DNN ladies night next week. Okay, see y'all soon. I'll see y'all on Tuesday. Bye-bye.